Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. All you renegades who liked, comment, shared the video. It was incredible. Thank you so much. You guys said some really nice things and it made me feel great. And so I thank you very much. And as planned, we continue down the journey. We're going to check out more Ren today, and a lot of you recommended that the next one should be Sick Boy. So we're going to jump into that one. I did spend most of the day after my reaction to High Ren watching other people react. I enjoy reaction content. So naturally I went and I wanted to see what everybody else was saying and thinking about the song. And I got a lot more insight about Ren and a little bit about his history. So now that I have some knowledge of his health issues, I'm interested to see where this one goes, especially with a title like Sick Boy. A few last minute thoughts about High Ren. I really enjoyed his singing part towards the end, and I definitely got a reggae vibe from it. It reminded me of like Bob Marley and that kind of music. I'm curious to see if a lot of his music kind of maybe leans towards that genre or something like that. But very impressive. I'm still expecting some rap at some point. I could tell that he can do it. So I'd be curious to see if he goes down that path. But let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for the support on my last video. Please don't forget to hit the like button again. It always helps. Subscribe if you haven't, even though a lot of you did. Thank you. And I'm ready to get into this. I don't know what emotions we're going to go through, but as you might know by now, I feel a lot of emotions. And I will share them with you guys. I think being vulnerable here and looking through a lot of this music through an ADHD lens and an overall mental health lens really speaks to a lot of us who struggle. And so I think that vulnerability adds a lot of value to these kind of reactions. So enjoy, guys. This is Ren and his song Sick Boy. So immediately I'm seeing a very similar room to the previous video. I don't think it's exactly the same, but I'm wondering if that's somehow connected or just a filming restriction and, you know, they knock two birds with one stone. Let's get into it. Definitely more of a hip-hop beat.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Interesting opening, kind of setting a theme for what he's about to get into and touching on what I've learned since reacting to High Ren. There was a time in his life where doctors couldn't figure out why he was sick, and so he was made to feel like it was in his head, the sickness, and he was making himself sick, kind of like what she just described. And maybe not to this severity, but I feel like a lot of us have maybe had moments where we got stuck on an idea that something was wrong with us, whether physically or mentally. And being stuck on those thoughts, that negativity can make you sick in a way, physically as well. So I'm curious, and I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I do believe that Ren did eventually get diagnosed with Lyme disease, I believe. And so he was vindicated in that sense, but many people, unfortunately, are not. And maybe not, again, to his extent, but we can all empathize with that, or I hope we can. All right, let's get into this. I'm liking the hip-hop beat. I'm curious what vibe he's going to come into. Let's do it. That was the same butcher.
looking for that fix, boy. Anabolic steroids, stem cell, poster boy, pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process. Walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication. Inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think.
Wow. All right, so it's pretty straightforward, but man, you can almost feel like a lot of what he said in High Ren, the evil part of his brain. Some of the things that he said, it's kind of sticking out through here, where the doctor's kind of just not really taking care of you, doesn't really care to find the cause, and just is happy to push pills on you, medications and treatments. And the frustration is coming through here. Absolutely. You know, when he says he's drowning, that's how it feels. It's overwhelming. And there's no chance to catch your breath.
That's walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication. Inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
And then the part of him saying, you know, walking hand in hand with Satan also touches on that idea where it feels like there's this evil presence just even the medication, the medicine that's supposed to help is making him feel worse and worse. And it's painful. It's frustrating. And it wears on you. I like the energies that he's coming at it with. It's the frustration is the big thing that's coming through, and I can feel that. Let's keep going.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first
That's
thing that comes to
symbolic.
your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it.
That line right there really connected with me, and it's something that I've been facing every day for the last 2 years. And it's the realization that I don't think it's me that's sick or that anything's wrong with me, but it's the world that's sick, and the way that things are and have been twisted and manipulated. And it's one of the biggest sources of frustration for me right now when I think of, the big picture and where I want to be in the future. It just slaps me in the face, the reality of where we are and where we're heading, and it's terrifying and frustrating and pisses me off. So that was real. Let's go back.
In and out. Good.
Also, the symbolism between the butcher and the doctor, psychiatrist. The obvious thing is to equate them, where they have a solution, but their solution is different, but the same. That feels like an easy one, but accurate as hell. So, let's see.
Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we come in. I'm not sick, we are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pic, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold.
All of this is true, man.
And we bleed it for gold, and we bleed it for wealth. We bleed it for fame, but when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Whoa. Hold on. What was that last part?
Resources and we bleed it for gold, and we bleed it for wealth. We bleed it for fame, but when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Wow. Intense approach, but real. And it's like what I was saying, this isn't normal. What's going around us, and who's to say what's normal? I get it. Nothing is good, nothing is evil, nothing is normal, nothing is weird. It's all subjective. And what makes these subjective things concrete are these filters, these lenses that we put on them. The societal lens, the medical lens, the ethical lens, the religious lens. But at the end of the day, there are universal truths when it comes to just survival. I've said it before, we are animals at the end of the day, whether you believe that or not. And we act like what we are, and it's animals. And again, that's not a good or bad thing. It just is. And so when we are put into a system that constantly makes you feel like you are causing the problems, like you are not good enough, and you're forced to compare yourself to these unrealistic, unattainable standards. And I know this is like getting away from the medical stuff that he started off with, but it's true what he's saying. We are not making ourselves sick. The world is. And the people who run it, just straight up, they're the ones who are making us sick. And that's a truth that I don't want to say coming to terms with, because I'm not. I am angry. But I'm understanding it. And I'm not okay with it. And I think me starting this channel, me reaching this wall with my ADHD, and a lot of you are new to the channel, so you might not know the story. And if you're interested, let me know. But I was undiagnosed my entire life until about 2 years ago now, and everything came crashing down. I was good, I was successful, I was doing great, but something was wrong, and all these coping mechanisms that I had built up just were failing me to the point where I lost almost everything that I had built up in my life. And I'm starting over, and me creating this channel was a way to sort through those emotions when I lacked the resources to address them properly. But it's also to connect and to share, my struggles, and to share my experiences with anybody who can learn from it, who can connect with it, who can understand it. And, that's what Ren's doing with his music. this is what I'm doing with my channel. And it's what so many of us are doing. I mean, you guys let me know that Ren also has ADHD. Almost everyone that I've reacted to has ADHD. Almost every content creator that I am hooked on has ADHD. And so one could say that's an overdiagnosing problem, but I think it's like-minded people being attracted to community, something that we need and severely lack in today's society. So I'm rambling, but this is definitely a thought-provoking track. I love it. Another banger. Love his flow. He's an incredible rapper, honestly. I am a hip-hop fan. I am. I grew up on hip-hop. Once I discovered rock, my world expanded. But, at this age, I just turned 36. I know. At this stage of my life, finding artists who defy genres, like Sleep Token, who's one of my favorites, and, even Tool, who still rock, but, you don't listen to Tool, you experience it. And those type of artists are the ones that I am drawn to. And Ren is another experience. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you clicking on the video. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know what is next after Sick Boy. One thing I'm looking forward to, and I was looking forward to, is more of that reggae vocal vibe that he had at the end of High Ren. So if there's something along those lines that you guys think I should check out from Ren, please put them in the comments. Let me know what's next. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our future Ren videos and everything else that I'm going to rant about. Take care, everyone. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.